My name is Vince Foster. I am a lighting and production designer on this show. I designed the set elements, the scenic elements, and the lighting design for this show.
Porque ahora estoy sola en mi soledad. Amor que se gana, amor que se va. No me pidas tiempo que eso no va. Tú pides y pides y no das nada.
A few years ago, I was working with an Italian artist called Zucchero, and Zucchero's management is a guy called Stuart Young, and he knew TINI's management, and they were looking for an international designer to come up with a concept to design this show. Or it's actually a different show when we started, but it's developed into a beast of a show. TINI has a very unique relationship with her audience. Her audience has grown up with her. She became famous when she was a young girl working for Disney. She was a child performer, and I think her audience were also children watching her. So they've both grown up together. The venue that we're playing is a venue called Technopolis. I believe the venue was set up as an area for conferences, etc., or public space for people to come and use. We are actually playing in the car park of the Technopolis, which is the only space that is big enough to actually put on this show, because a lot of the other venues in this space are too small. The other thing about this venue is, although it is a flat piece of land, it really isn't a flat piece of land, because stage left is about 2 meters lower than stage right. So we had to find a datum that was acceptable so that people could be able to see the entire show. So the people that are standing over here are obviously almost looking down on the stage, and the people on the other side are looking up at the stage. When I first started putting this project together, all I was given really was a PDF of this car park, and then I could see where all the trees were just as a 2D drawing. So the first thing I did was I created a ground layer of the PDF in Vectorworks. I put all of the trees in 3D so I could see exactly where they were, and then I placed the stage and worked out where the best place was to actually put it so that we didn't disturb too much the surrounding environment. This is the largest project that I have put together using Vectorworks Spotlight. It helps me manage a project of this scale all on my own. It manages every element of the show. I know exactly how many pieces of truss I need. I know how many motors I need. If something changes, and believe me, on a show like this, the show changes many, many times. I'm up to version 65, I think, of this show. So every time you make a change, traditionally you would have to try and work out, well, how many pieces of truss or how many lights have I added, and try and sort of keep track of everything. With Vectorworks now, it keeps track of everything. So as I'm changing the show, the information in real time is being changed also. So it keeps track of my changes. This show is the story of TINI. It's her complete story. It starts with her roots, it goes to her present, and then it alludes to what might be in the future. The music drives the show. Latin music has a completely different tempo to contemporary rock and roll Western music, which I've been working with mainly. So it's been an interesting challenge to work with a different tempo of music. And I look at the artwork and look at the artist. I look on YouTube and see her as a performer and get to learn as much as I can about her. But this one was specifically driven by the artwork of the album. So the UFO became the key element for this show. So that's where we started. We started with the idea of this UFO, and then we thought, well, maybe this would be the centerpiece of this show, and perhaps it could move up and down in the show. Perhaps people could perform on top of the UFO. So we created the UFO, and the UFO is a very heavy scenic element. It weighs about 12 tons, and that creates a lot of challenges in that when a heavy object moves, it's no longer a static load, it becomes a dynamic load. So it has to be on computer-controlled motors so that it doesn't snatch as it's lifted, and it moves so gracefully during the show. The narrative purpose of the 3 stages of this project were the past, the present, and the future. This is what we call the techno stage, this is the UFO stage, and this is the arch stage. The challenges on putting 3 large stages together are enormous. It's 140 meters wide. It is such a challenge to fit it all in so that the audience can see every single stage. So this show is reasonably unique because usually a show is straight on like this, whereas this show, a middle stage is straight on, and we've put a 15-degree angle that joins the other 2 stages so that it surrounds the audience, so that it allows everybody to get as best view as they can possibly get. The way that I go about designing 3 distinct stages is treating them completely as 3 separate stages. The classic stage has much less lighting involved in it. It's all about the architecture, really, lighting this beautiful arch that we have here and lighting the beautiful choreography that's going on within it. This stage here is got the brunt of the lighting in it, really. So this is the stage where it has all the crazy effects. It has the lasers, it has the fire, it has the confetti cannons, etc. And this one is the sort of futuristic techno stage where it's got the 2 screens. The dancers are sandwiched between 2 screens. The downstage screen is a transparent screen and the upstage screen is a solid screen. And the dancers, sometimes they're lit from behind and sometimes they're lit from the front. And it's fun to sort of play with that depth of field, as it were. When designing a show like this, obviously there are so many lights involved in it. The up-tempo songs are all singing and all dancing, but it's very important on a show like this with a single artist, for example, when she's on the moon, to just lose everything, and less is more in moments like this within a show, and just bring it down onto her. So for me, you know, after seeing this really impressive, crazy show going on, to suddenly have a moment where there is just one single light on, it's about her and her interaction with the audience. And that is the emotion of the show. Vectorworks has developed in leaps and bounds over the 25 years that I've been using it. And it's a fantastic tool for creating everything that is involved in this show. From the seating, the grandstands, is all built into Vectorworks. It's got great plug-in tools for creating video screens. It's got great libraries for lighting, for instruments, for example. It's all there in one package, and it's constantly developing. Vectorworks is the tool to turn the vision into reality efficiently.